way if you're a local business. And I know you and I have always talked about our love of eating out. If you're a restaurant out there and you sell breakfast in the Bala Cynwyd area, we're happy to have you as a sponsor for me, Wayne, and Dan. We all would love to talk up how amazing your breakfast is.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I do
We
digress
like to
there.
eat.
But that was something else I did is in numerous businesses, I would write reviews on local businesses. Ones I really like.
Yeah. It helps, again, it shows you part of the community. It helps others realize that you are truly local because, hey, Kevin shops at so-and-so. I shop there. That's great. We've got something minor in common. But it does help. It seems innocuous. You're like, well, why would I write a review of Tony's Pizza? Well, it could make a huge difference to your personal marketing, so it's worth trying.
And if you know what, and if you really like it, part of it is we're all small business owners together, so why not help somebody else out?
Exactly. I mean, the small business community in itself is close knit, and we all try to help each other. And I think that's part of the attraction of it.
Absolutely, I completely agree. It's one of the blogs that ended up doing the best on my website for a number of years was a local mechanic that I had written up a blog about, and then I took a section of it and I just kind of wrote about my experience with this mechanic and why I recommended using it. And he didn't have a website. He was actually somewhat my neighbor down the street. He was like a block away, and I actually never mentioned it. So one of his employees eventually mentioned it. He saw the sign. Here's talk about having content everywhere. I had door magnets on my car for the real estate business, and one of his guys was like, "Oh wait, you're Red Sky Realty Group," and I said, "Yes." Why? He said, "Oh, we actually got someone in that actually mentioned they saw it on this real estate website, and we've been wondering where we've been getting business from because we really weren't on the internet." And it always came up because my website had a lot of domain authority. It ranked well for his keywords, which I had put in the thing, and then he was always appreciative, and he was a great guy beyond that. But it just kind of made our relationship even better. There was one time my car broke down and was stuck in the front of my house, and he said, "Hey, just leave the keys, somewhere." Well, I can't remember where it was, but wherever. Leave the keys there. I'll have my guys come down, and they'll push it down to my shop.
Wow.
So he pushes it down in his shop. He gets it worked on, and then a day later, he was like, "You want me to drive it back down and leave it at your house, or are you gonna come pick it up?" And
nice. That's service beyond service, right?
Yeah, and I mean that's why he was a great business owner, but he also was very appreciative of
what you did,
the free advertising.
Well, I'd even go a step further, right? So if you think about it, if you're running a real estate business, and if you're not doing this, I highly recommend it. If you are running a real estate business, people come to you to look for houses, yes. And they work with you throughout that whole transition of buying the house, selling theirs, whatever. What else are they looking for? Well, if they're new to the area, they're going to look for vendors that they can trust. They're going to look for people local to them that can help them with certain services, whether that's plumbing, whether that's general handyman work, painters and decorators, builders, car mechanics. If you've got a lot of reviews about people you trust and that you use, your customers are going to use that information in their day-to-day lives to try to help solve some of their challenges, which would always stand you above anyone else. So if you're a real estate agent or any business really, it makes a lot of sense to have that type of content in, because it helps you help your customer, which ultimately creates the ultimate customer experience.
Oh, I couldn't agree more.